Hey guys, welcome to my quarantine kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make some really simple 3-ingredient biscuits. All you need is some self-rising flour. I like White Lily brand because it's made from some softer wheat. Buttermilk. Buttermilk, some easy substitutes if you can't find it in the grocery store, would be regular milk with 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, or regular milk with 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. And then half a cup of butter. For the brand of butter that I buy, this is about half a stick, frozen. So let's go ahead and get started. I started by measuring out my flour into a large mixing bowl. Looks like the oven is preheated, so that's great. We're gonna go ahead and grade the butter into the flour. What that's gonna do is allow the butter to fall nicely into the flour mixture. I'm gonna go ahead and get started by grating the butter directly into the flour. This is going to help the butter from sticking to the grater. You wanna just make sure you have a little bit of flour on your grater before you get started here. Moving a little fast because you wanna keep the butter as cold as possible. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to combine both the butter and the flour. Pop this in the fridge for about 10 minutes. When you take it out, we'll be ready to add our buttermilk. Now that we've chilled our flour and butter mixture in the fridge for about 10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and make a well in the center. Just our hands is fine. And that's where we're gonna pour 1 cup of chilled buttermilk. One thing that I've learned the hard way is that you only want to stir the dough about 15 times. 15 sounds oddly specific, but anything more than that tends to overwork the dough and you'll wind up with chewier biscuits than you might want. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a few more stirs here. What we're gonna do next is we are going to lightly flour our work surface and we're going to roll our dough out into a rectangular shape, folding one end over the other about 4 times. After we do that, we can roll the entire ball of dough out into a 1/2 inch thick rectangle. Okay, now that we've stirred our dough, we're gonna go ahead and just flour our work surface. Your kitchen counter, whatever you have is just fine. Dough may look a little chunky, that's just fine here. We're gonna bring everything together just with our hands, kind of making a loose rectangular shape, doesn't have to be perfect. And once we have this shape, we're gonna do our best to just fold the top over the bottom. We're gonna do this about 4 times. If you've ever wondered how to get flaky layers in your biscuits, this is it. The more times that you fold the biscuit dough over itself, the better chance you'll have of having those nice flaky layers that everyone wants. So we'll cut there. Now it's time to cut your biscuits. I don't have a biscuit cutter, so I'm just using a juice glass. I'm lightly flouring the edges so that nothing sticks to the dough here. Just go ahead and try to get as many biscuits you can out of your dough. The dough that you rolled out should be about 1/2 inch thick, give or take. Doesn't have to be too precise. I've got my oven preheated at 475 degrees, so nice and hot. What we're gonna wanna do is put the biscuits on parchment-lined cookie sheet. We wanna get them pretty close together. The closer together you keep your biscuits, the better chance you have of your biscuits rising up a little bit taller and fluffier, and they will stay softer longer. This is a great recipe if you wanna make more than you need and you wanna freeze some biscuits for another day, something that I really enjoy doing so I don't have to make biscuits. Now that our biscuits are out of the oven, nice and brown, we're gonna go ahead and baste them with a little more butter. From what I hear, calories don't count in quarantine. Once we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a taste. But I wanna thank everyone for baking along with me here today. I hope you had fun, I know I did.